What is going on, Motherfuckers? My name's Lucas, and this is going to be my first ever story time, let's call it. This is something that I've been wanting to talk about for a while, but I just never really got the courage to talk about it. But, I talked about it a little occasionally on a couple of videos, but I wanted to tell you the story about why my family moved to this house. So, we're going to go back to late August, early September last year. There was a event that happened here in Iowa that was called a Derecho, which was basically a hurricane level event, but it didn't involve an ocean. There was tons of rain pouring down, and the winds were chaotic, to say the least. If you were to go outside, you probably would have been knocked over from the wind. It was that strong. I mean, in the trailer park, there was a tree, a very large one at that, right next to our shed, and it got pulled out of the ground and knocked over. The winds were that strong. And I remember waking up, I think halfway through it, because I'm a very heavy sleeper, but I just woke up and my heart was racing because of the noises I was hearing. I mean, the skirting was blown off, which is the little thing that protects underneath a trailer. It blew off, and then if the winds were strong enough, it shook the whole house. So it was like an earthquake as well. Anyway, we survived it somehow, but afterwards, we detected mold in my closet ceiling and my sister Jenna's closet ceiling. And we tried to get rid of it, but it just kept getting worse and worse. And then Jenna's ceiling in her closet collapsed. It just came in on itself. So we decided to move like that. We were packing, moving stuff out. The mold started spreading, so we were staying in the living room, and we moved everything from our rooms into the living room. And then with the help of insurance and stuff, we ended up moving into a 2-bedroom hotel, which for 5 of us, 2 dogs, a cat, and 2 guinea pigs was a bit of a squeeze, to say the least. Most of our stuff was moved into 2 storage units. And we stayed in that hotel room for 4 to 5 months. And a lot of my Fortnite clips where I'm playing with my sister Emily, but she's muted, it's because she was literally right behind me. It was a nice hotel room. I mean, you walk in, and there was a kitchen, except it didn't have an oven, but fully stocked kitchen. A very comfortable couch that you could pull out, and it would become a bed. It had a desk where I could put my consoles and my television, so I could still upload YouTube videos occasionally. The internet was kind of but, we worked with it. The TV had a nice little swivel mechanic where it could, rotate, and you could see it throughout the room. And then 2 doors would open like you would in an old saloon, and there would be a bedroom with sliding door closet, 2 sinks, and a mirror, and then you walk in, and there's the bathroom. So we stayed in that hotel room, like I said, for 4 to 5 months. I believe we moved into the hotel room early September, I want to say. And during that time, it was just the 5 of us. We were very close. We were getting chummy because, when we wanted to be alone, we could go into our room, but that wasn't the case this time. So for the sake of our parents, the 3 kids decided that we weren't gonna fight, like, at all, and we didn't. Um, and then October came around, and Lennon got worse. In case you don't know, Lennon was my not James Charles, god damn it, my King Charles, I can never remember what it's mixed with, but she was a Cavachon. You can look it up right now or after the video. She had a heart murmur, and when October rolled around, it got worse. And we eventually had to put her down. And that was really hard for me, because, I mean, I love that dog. Not only did I love her, but she was a gift from my best friend, because there was so many people in his house, they couldn't take care of her because there was so much going on. So he came to me and said that I would be perfect to give her a home, and now she's, I'm looking at the box right now where her ashes are, and she's gonna be with me no matter what room I'm in. Whenever I move, I'm bringing her with me. But yeah, that was bad enough. But we moved on. We moved into November. Had a wonderful Thanksgiving dinner prepared for us by my, I guess you could say, grandmother. She married into the family, so yeah, she was my grandmother. And it was delicious. And then Christmas came along, and my mom managed to find this stuffed animal that she gave to all 3 of us, and it looks just like Lennon. I wanted to keep the collar. I don't know why. When she passed, I wanted to keep the collar. And what I did was, whoops, I put this on my keychain. It's, I don't know if you can see that. It says her name and our old address on it. And when I opened this gift, I started tearing up. I almost walked away just to, like, cry for a little bit. But like I said, I didn't know why I kept the collar, but I did, and I didn't know I was getting this stuffed animal, but I put the collar on the stuffed animal, and it's like she's still here, even though she's not, moving around and breathing and everything, but she lays on my bed every night. So during September through November, we were looking at a couple of houses. We didn't have that big of a price range, so we didn't have a whole lot of options. And funny enough, one of the houses that we looked at was, okay, so from where I'm sitting, the house that we looked at is that way. Like, directly that way. And then we're in the house here, which I think is hilarious. But yeah, we looked at that house. We put in a request for it because we thought it was good enough, and we didn't get it. And then December rolled around, And my grandpa and grandmother, my grandfather and grandmother came up with a solution, which I'm shocked that they've done this still. But what they did was they bought this house and they rented it to us. And as long as we keep paying rent, we can live here. And it's bonkers, to say the least. And we got the news that this house was going to be ours, I want to say a couple days before Christmas. Or maybe it was a couple of weeks. I don't exactly remember. But we had to go through the details of like what the rent was going to be and, you know, when we were going to move in. And then New Year hit and we all screamed Jumanji when it fucking hit midnight because that was the meme at the time. And keep in mind, COVID was still a pretty big factor during this whole thing. I forgot to mention that. But yeah, 5 months staying in that hotel room, and COVID was still going pretty strong. I mean, just to take the dogs out while getting in the elevator, you had to be, once you left the hotel room, you had to be wearing a mask. Which, that was... But, we then moved in, I want to say 4 days after it hit New Year's. And I never realized how much crap we had. Because holy crap. Because, I mean, this is what I would consider a 3-story house. Because you got the main level, the basement, and the upstairs. And it's considered a small house. And it is a small house. But compared to the trailer that we had, we didn't care about the size, really. But now that we're fully moved in and it's been good 5 months, we wish it was bigger. Just a little. But, we can't argue. Because if it wasn't for my grandfather, we would probably be still living either in that hotel room or a crappy piece of shit house. Let's be honest. Not even a house, probably a trailer, because that's our budget, and I'm still shocked that we live here. I'm happy. I am. And that, is pretty much it. We got fully unpacked, I want to say, by February, because, like I said, we had a lot of stuff, and there were days where we didn't want to do anything. We just wanted to take a breather and relax, and I don't blame us on that. But, yeah, we fully got unpacked February 1st or February 2nd, I don't remember, and we've been living here ever since. It was definitely, I don't want to say a dark time, but it was definitely a strange time. And it will always be part of my memory. Like, I will remember it so vividly. And this is something that, like I said, I've been wanting to share for so long. Just because, I didn't explain it in the videos, and I didn't talk about it a whole lot. But I do remember, like, I posted a video called an update, and it was like, hey, we're living in a hotel room now, and because of Derecho hit, and blah, blah, blah. And then a couple months later, after I made that video, I was saying, hey, I'm currently in the new house, and it's empty, and, other stuff like that. So, that's the full story. I'm leaving some other stuff that happened during that out because I just don't want to talk about it because you don't need to know it. But yeah, that's the whole story. That's why we're living in here, and I couldn't be happier about it. Also, you may know that I'm facing the opposite way because my bed is now up against this wall and my television and stuff is over there. The reason why I moved that is because now there's no glare on that television. Yeah. But I actually like this better, if I'm being honest. I really do. Because I think everything just works on that side. But nothing else has changed. And, yeah. If you made it through the whole way through, thank you. And if you want to have more content like this, like more story times or other stuff, like, I think I got a couple more stories that I can do. Or maybe it's just the one. I don't know. Anyway, if you want more content like this, let me know by hitting the like button, subscribing down below if you're new, sharing it to whoever you want, and clicking the bell icon when I upload videos. As I'm recording this, if it's not already up, I am uploading a episode of Fortnite mini clips, which will be 42, that I recorded earlier today, because as I'm recording this is 2:51 in the morning on a Wednesday. So it's Wednesday, my dudes. You know, that's such an old meme. But yeah, like I said, let me know. All that stuff has been said, and with all that, I will see you mothercluckers in the next video. Peace.